So in this video, I'm going to show you how to change your differential fluid and transmission fluid in your E30 or E36. Now the process of changing the fluid is relatively the same for both the differential and the transmission, but first we're going to start with the differential. The first thing you're going to want to do is find your drain plug and your fill plug. Now most of the time they're on the rear cover, they're pretty easy to find, but sometimes they may be on the bottom. Then after you find those, you want to start by removing your fill plug. Now these plugs are typically 14mm Allens, which is a really large size. It's pretty uncommon, so if you don't have a socket, you can buy one, or you can go the route I did. I bought a huge Allen wrench off Amazon. It was prime, shipped 2 days. It was like $8. I'll put a link in the description. Then once you have removed the fill plug, you're clear to remove the drain plug and drain the fluid. Now a helpful tip, just like with engine oil, if you run the car and heat the fluid up, it'll drain much quicker, which will make your life easier. Now as far as refilling the differential, the first thing you are going to want to do is just clean off the threads of your drain plug and your fill plug before you retighten them. Once you have cleaned off the plugs, you're good to reinsert the drain plug and then start refilling your fluid. Now the type of oil required varies between differentials. Typically is 75/90 or 75/140, but you're going to want to look up what specifically your car requires, because you want to make sure you're putting in the right oil. And you're also going to need a hand pump to get the oil in the differential. They're about $7 to $8 at AutoZone. They're pretty cheap. Now the oil capacity of these differentials vary. Most of the time it'll take just under 2 quarts to fill these up, but you're going to want to fill the differential until it just starts to overflow out of the fill hole. Then once you have topped off your fluid, all you have to do is reinsert your fill plug and tighten it to spec, and you're all done. So now that we've gone over how to change the differential fluid, we'll move on to the transmission. Now it's almost identical, so I'm not going to go over the process too much, but I do briefly want to talk about the fluids. Now these manual transmissions actually require automatic transmission fluid, which I know is pretty weird. I recommend Redline D4, but pretty much any Dexron 4 automatic transmission fluid that's fully synthetic, it will be good and it'll work. These transmissions aren't too finicky. Now just like with the differential, you have 2 plugs, a drain plug and a fill plug. The drain plug is going to be on the bottom and the fill plug is typically on the passenger side of the transmission. The process of refilling and draining the fluid is identical to the differential. You're going to want to start by removing the fill plug, then the drain plug to drain your fluid, clean the threads, reinsert your drain plug, and then you're clear to refill your fluid. Wait till it oozes out the top, and then reinsert your fill plug. You're done. It's a really easy job. It should take 15 to 30 minutes. So that wraps up how to change your differential and transmission fluid. Now, if you have any questions about anything, ask me. I'll answer to the best of my ability. Also, I know a few of you out there are wondering when the next video on the car is going to come out. It'll be very soon. I'm doing a few things tonight and tomorrow, so expect that. It's been slow. I haven't posted in the past few days because of hurricane and a few other things, but I'm getting back to it. A lot of videos will be coming out soon, but until then,